we are talking about 3 simple Clubhouse tips to get followers. Let me get Herman. He is very needy. He is a very needy man. Look at him. He just wants to snuggle. He's snuggling in my neck. All right. We didn't leave our corporate jobs to work from home to work all day, every day. If you are loving this video, be sure to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and the bell so you do not miss a thing. So again, 3 simple Clubhouse tips to get followers. This isn't a weird, skeezy way to get followers. I'm not gonna tell you how to hack the system or anything like that. Number 1, you guys, profile. I don't know how many times I've gone on to Clubhouse and I've gone to somebody's profile and they didn't have one, or they didn't make use of the fact that they could have a profile, right? Like they didn't have a good profile. So you can also go onto Clubhouse and look at my profile if you want. I have seen some people copying and pasting my profile. I prefer that you don't do that and that you rather have your own information on your profile. Just gonna say that. I mean, it should be you, right? But anyway, what you should do, you guys, is you should utilize that to talk about who you are, what matters to you, who you stand up for, maybe what you stand against, right? It's like, it's you as a person. If you were to be able to just put in a small place what you're all about, how you serve, who your people are, so they can self-identify as them, right? And then if you have something to be able to give to them, put it at the bottom as like, I have this free thing for you, da-da-da-da-da. That's pretty much the culture of Clubhouse, is to give away free things. If you look at mine, you're gonna be like, Martha, you don't have your free thing on there yet. And I'm like, I know. And that's because it's going to be on there here very shortly. And it's not done yet, so it's not on there. I'm not gonna put anything subpar on there. Just so you guys know, I don't do that. Number 1, profile. Make sure that you use it. Also be sure that you connect the social medias, at least Instagram. You at least need to have Instagram connected to your profile, because there's no way to message people on Clubhouse. So the culture is that people will go to your profile, go down to your Instagram, see if it's connected, and then they'll message you on Instagram, okay? So that's an important thing. If you don't have that hooked up there, then they're not gonna have a place to message you, okay? Which means they can't communicate with you. That means they're going to have to work harder to try to find you somewhere and then message you. That makes the barrier to entry a lot higher. We need to keep the barrier to entry low. If somebody plans on reaching out to us, we need to make it as easy as possible, okay? So number 1 is your profile. Number 2 is go into rooms that generally interest you. Genuinely interest you, okay? So you're gonna go into rooms that you're actually interested in, okay? Not rooms that you think you can get followers in. There's a very, very different energy to that. You wanna go to places that you're actually interested in, because then what you're gonna be able to do is you'll be able to give feedback. So if somebody's having a conversation, you'll be able to add into that conversation, right? Like there's so many things that you can do, but at the end of the day, you guys, Clubhouse isn't just a place to go get leads and stuff. The basis of everything that we do here, if we're building our business in a way that is sustainable and that feels good to us as people and that are in service to the world, right? If we're building businesses and income streams that are for that, we need to be building community. Building community is networking and making friends, okay? So the best way to get followers is to not try to get followers. I am like the anti everything else that you're gonna hear. Dude bro sitting on the front of a Ferrari, you know, in a Facebook ad is gonna tell you, you need to do this and this and this, and then you need to act like you like what they're talking about, you need to talk to them, whatever. It's a bunch of garbage. All it is NLP and psychology to try to get people to like you. What about being real? What about being authentic? What about being exactly who you are unapologetically? What about showing up exactly as the person you are and understanding that that is of as much value, if not more value, than pretending to be this other person altogether? You guys, if you end up like going and trying to get followers by pretending to be this other kind of person, what's going to happen is you may get followers, but they are not yours. They're followers that are somebody else's followers, and they're not going to be following you for you. They're not going to be following you for what you have to offer to them. So they're not going to value you. The only way to be able to get followers that value you and your mind and your perspective and the way that you see the world is to act like you and to unapologetically show up in the way that you see the world. To unapologetically be who you are. Who gives a rip what anybody else thinks? Your people are out there and they need you to show up. Because if you can't show up, they can't show up either. Does that make sense? And especially if you're wanting to build a business that is sustainable and that is heart-centered and that feels good to you, you've got to do that. You can't skip on it. You can't, okay? So number 2, go into rooms that genuinely interest you. And now number 3, go on stage and talk. This is where a lot of people are sort of like sitting. They're like sitting, they're waiting off in the wings. You go into these rooms, there's a lot of people watching and not that many people on stage. Some of that's by design because they're not pulling a lot of people up on stage. I get that. But a lot of them are just watching and listening to the conversation, and that's totally okay. But whenever you have something to add to the conversation, even if it's just a kudos, even if it's just like a virtual high five of like, man, that was good. I just wanted to give you some dap. I just wanted to show you. I just wanted to give you some like, holy smokes, that was killer, right? Just to even be able to say something like that, get on stage and say something, all right? And let it be authentic. Don't say things that you think people want you to hear. Today, right now, make a challenge to yourself to only show up authentically, to only show up in how you believe and what you believe, instead of thinking you need to be anything to anybody else. You guys, Clubhouse represents authenticity. There are people that have been the dude bro sitting on the front of Ferraris and YouTube ads. And you'll see them on Clubhouse, and they'll have a lot of followers because that's just kind of who they are and whatever. People blindly follow them, and that's fine, whatever. But listen to them. You're going to find out very quickly who really knows their stuff and who doesn't, because you can't hide. You can't hide on Clubhouse. You're in real life audio. If somebody's asking you a question, you need to know your stuff. They don't know their stuff. There's a lot of them that I've seen on there that you'll see. They have a lot of followers and everything, but you listen to them talk and it's like, I heard that back in '98. Like, that's old news. That isn't even true anymore. Like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, you guys. So just watch and listen, because sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's a dumpster fire. But like, it's at the end of the day, you guys, number 1, make sure the 3 simple Clubhouse tips to get followers. Number 1, fill out your profile and make sure you connect your social media. Point blank. Everybody knows that, but not enough people do it. You need to do it, okay, you guys? Number 2, go into rooms that genuinely interest you. Number 3, go on stage and talk. Just talk. Even if it's to give a virtual high five. Bonus is to show gratitude to people that are running the room, okay? Bonus, if you get on stage to give some dap or to ask a question or something like that, bonus is to show real authentic gratitude to the people that are running the room and the things that they're saying, okay? This is a whole new frontier of showing up in a different way. There you go, you guys. That is 3 simple Clubhouse tips to get followers. Also, if you guys didn't catch the Clubhouse Basics video of mine, that is on YouTube, so go ahead and check that. That is under my first and last name, so Martha Krejci on my YouTube channel, Clubhouse Basics. It's also in the description. The link is in the description of this video. If you're watching this and you're on YouTube, What you're gonna wanna do is click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on. There's new videos all the time. Videos of mine are going to be about how to be able to grow your business at home, how to be able to quit your corporate job if it's not serving you, if it's not something that feels good to you and your soul and the way that you show up in the world. If you feel like you have so much more in you to offer to the world, to make the world a better place, to help people around you, and you want to be able to create that as a career, not in a way where you have to get certified and get letters behind your name and all of that stuff, but in a way that that brings in income for you and your family, where you don't have to work these side jobs that don't feel good to you, and then instead have time to do the things that you want to do in service to the community and service to the world. If that's something that's interesting to you, that's what I teach. You are my people, and you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you're going to be able to see how to do that. I show you how to do that. I've done it myself. My family and I have done it ourselves. Okay, you guys? I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to guide you and show you.